Hey guys, hello and welcome to Naveed for Speed. That right behind me is the Honda Civic Type R and I'll be driving it. Today I'm a very lucky boy. The Honda Civic Type R has been adored by the motoring community for as long as I can remember. And now the 5th generation of the Type R promises to be better than ever before. This is the first Honda Civic Type R to be created entirely as a performance car. And until recently it held the lap record at the Nurburgring for front-wheel drive cars, only to be beaten by the Renault Megane RS Trophy R, a car that costs around £40,000 more.
Oh. Right, okay. Oh. Right, okay. I am a little bit slightly intimidated by this car, but that's probably just because of the looks. I'm sure it will behave itself, as will I, because the weather today is not very great. But yeah, first impressions, it is very satisfying to drive, particularly this gear stick. The A-pillar doesn't get in your way, the rear visibility is great too, even though there's a massive spoiler. There is which does slightly impede your rear view, but the rear visibility is good. Inside you get loads of plastic and some carbon fibre trim, and these lovely Type R seats. These are actually a lot more comfortable than I thought they would be, even though they sit quite low as well. So in comfort mode on the country roads like the ones that I'm currently on, the car is nice and comfortable. I can do a lot of miles in this. I can see myself driving this on a daily basis. But when we put the car in sport mode, I think that might be a different story altogether. Let's just do that now. The dials glow red. The car suddenly comes alive. Oh yeah, it just pulls. Oh, it just throws your head back. And it's composed through it all as well. The car doesn't want to spiral off to one way. It doesn't. You're not fighting for control. It's composed. You're always in control. And you're going bloody fast as well. No matter what the terrain ahead, this car just says, okay, let's go for it. The car does feel a lot safer, a lot more composed. It gives you the security that you want to have in weather like this. Oh, this car is just so accessible. It's so easy. You just get in. The gears are so easy to use. The steering wheel is nice and light, slightly. It's light, but it's sporty enough for a little hot hatch like this. And the car just almost like it helps you along the way. Let's see, that rear visibility is not too bad actually. I don't know why anybody would complain about the rear visibility, even with that rear wing. This car almost sort of holds your hand and makes you feel like you're a better driver than you probably. I mean, I'm not a great driver, but this car just feels so composed, and the lines that you could take on the road, even with this being a front-wheel drive car, it feels so easy. It feels familiar. Feels like I've done this before, but I've never seen a car like this before. Just how it all comes together, with the comfort, with the performance, with the ease. It's such a cool car. Such a cool car. And then there's the looks. I don't actually mind the looks. A lot of people criticize the looks of the Honda Civic Type R. But let's be honest, apart from the rear wing, there aren't many changes from the standard Honda Civic, and you see loads of them on the road. The Type R is a special car, and it needs to look special. It stands out on the road. If you're going to spend £30,000 on the car, you want to stand out a little. You want to make sure people know that you bought a special car. Although that being said, this car starts at £30,000, and anybody who has £30,000 is probably not going to want a Honda Civic Type R. And anybody who wants a Honda Civic Type R probably doesn't have £30,000 to spare. I love this car. I love how easy it is to drive, how fun it is to drive. I love how good it looks. And this cabin does make you feel like you're in a Honda Civic Type R. Particularly the feel of everything, the feel of the steering wheel, the feel of this gear stick. This gearbox is probably the most impressive part of this car. Torque at any RPM, you just get the torque and you can go. Let me put it back down to comfort. Let me put it down to comfort and enjoy a car, which I think, although being a sporty hot hatch can be a good all-round car, this could be a good daily car. What fuel economy are we getting? 32 miles per gallon. That's very good for the performance this car gives and for the experience that you can get with this car. 32 miles to the gallon is an amazing fuel economy.
The overall feeling from this car is familiarity. It looks great, has tons of performance, is extremely comfortable, and then there's the engine, which revs to 7,000 RPM. I was already in awe of the Honda Civic Type R before I drove it, but now I'm amazed.